Hey everybody, welcome to the buy list. This is the high seas tier list.
This is not financial advice. This is cardboard, baby. Mask of Perdition attack. So close.
Dude, throwing legendaries now? Come
Nah,
on.
dude, it's a Majestic. It's fine. It's from Dynasty. It's
Ah.
basically a
Oh,
quarter. It's a quarter.
oh, oh, okay. Oh. So we got the high seas Majestics, man. It is one of our favorite videos to make,
Yeah.
Nate. And it's a fun one. It's a long one. Buckle in, buckle up. We're gonna go through every Majestic, and we got some of our patented tiers here, and we're gonna rank every Majestic. Yes.
Yes. So for all of those who have not seen one of our tier list videos before, for the set release, we do all of the Majestics. We kind of stack them up. Keep an eye out for like some of these cards. Stay away from some of these cards. So we kind of stack them up in these tiers because they're more fun than your A tier, S tier, B tier. We're going to start from the bottom. We will work our way up, right? Slay tier. All of you will probably remember from, what was it from? Bright Lights?
That was Dustin. Yeah,
Bright
bright
Lights. We
lights.
got Slay. The card that no one wanted, no one asked for, and no one has ever requested. That card will sit in your binder for the next 45 years. You're never going to move it. It is what it is. You just have to live with it. And then we have Adorable. So these are cards that we kind of expect to fall maybe between like the $1, $3, $4 range. Maybe they'll see they're like
Mm.
fringe playable and bad heroes. Maybe like one deck cards. And then we have Okay, I see you. I see you. I see you. I respect your game. And that's probably going to be like 3 to 7, right? Like maybe like
Yeah.
like hero locked cards, but in a very popular hero. Thinking Gravy Bones, all the allies, like just.
Mhm.
Um, then we have Slaps tier, so that's probably like $7 to $15. Like really good cards, played across multiple classes, lots of demand. So
Mhm.
like good sell through rate. These are going to be cards that will just kind of be really solid. When you open them, you're like, woohoo, look at that, $10 bill. We take that to the bank. And then last but not least, we have the banger tier, the best tier in Flesh and Blood, 15 plus. We're talking about our Fellings of the Crown. We're talking about our Savor Bloodsheds, our Shelters of the Storm. We're talking about Blade Flurry, Levels, Weakest
Mhm.
Link,
Mhm.
all these cards that are just like, these cards are staple Flesh and Blood cards. If you see them on the lower end, good idea to pick your playset up so that way
Mhm.
you're not sitting there and be like, oh, I should have bought my Felling of the Crown now released, but I don't want to pay $25 a card. No, please, that's $250. The rent is too damn high.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, so these cards too will kind of like break down our prediction for them, right? I think like, the last set Nate Shelter was like in slaps tier, but we were like, if this just buy three of these, if it's like $50, just buy three and don't ever think about it
yeah,
again. Which
100%.
yeah. Yeah. So there's like different levels of slaps, but like obviously we can't have 10 different zones here to put cards in.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah.
but with that being said, let's get started.
I can do it, baby.
We're going right down the set here,
Yeah.
Nate. We are starting out with Pirate Mechanologist cards, and the first one up is Golden Sky Warden. This is a yellow. It costs 4. It attacks for 7, blocks for 2, and it has the keyword Galvanize. It says, when this defends, you may destroy an item you control. If you do, this gets +1. If that item was a golden cog, destroy, or if it was destroyed this way, create a gold and repeat this process.
Card's
What are you
great.
thinking?
Love this card. I think it's an auto 3 Evan Puffin. Unfortunately, Puffin is the only pirate mechanologist. I think this card is probably
Mm-hmm.
playable in the other mechanologist if it doesn't have pirate on it. So
Mm-hmm.
it's like, okay, I see you. I think Puffin will be popular. I think Puffin's probably a pretty good deck, and I think this is one of those like key cogs in that deck. It's probably going to sit kind of like on the lower end. It's
Yep.
not sexy. Like you're not going to be like, hoo, I just blacked with my golden boy. But it is just
Yeah.
that glue card. It is the promo Majestic for the Mechanologist set too. So clearly, like LSS knows this is like, that's the card, baby.
Yeah, this card, if you got two golden cogs out and you break both of them, this thing blocks for four. All of a sudden, you're pretty happy with that on the defensive side. The four cost is a little steep, but you're paying for that defensive ability,
Yeah,
and you get your gold back, right? If you're breaking golden cogs, which Puffin will have all the
right.
time. So I agree with you. I think this is okay. I see you. It's a tech card.
You're never
Um,
actually casting this card. Like if you're casting this card, you're like chronically depressed.
yeah, that's a valid
Yeah,
point, right? But at least the number seven is like
that's a pooper.
the real
Yeah,
sad, right?
yeah,
Like it's like in a pinch you can cast it right in game or something, and you just able to set it and swing it or whatever.
yeah.
So yeah, okay, I see you. Definitely being pirate mechanologist locks makes sense there.
Yes.
Let's jump on to the next one. This is Jolly Bludgeoner. Cost two. It is a yellow. This is a pirate mechanologist attack. This says when this attacks, you may tap a cog you control. If you do, this gains overpower. And when this deals damage to a hero, steal that many items they control. Thrice per turn instant, tap a cog you control. This gets plus one. Blocks for three.
This card, it's really only relevant against like pirate and then like Kasai, but like Kasai doesn't care about
Mm-hmm.
overpower like at all. So it's interesting. I don't see it even being like a three of in Puffin. So like for that reason,
Yeah.
I think it's just adorable. Like you read the card and you're like, oh my gosh, think about it. If my opponent has 47 gold, I can take all of it. I'll have 47 gold.
Mm-hmm.
I'll infinite gold. No one will ever dispute my gold championship of the game. And then you realize
Yeah.
like people don't really have that much gold. It's really only pirates and like a couple other heroes. And it's just like
Yeah.
2 for 5 is like not the greatest. And like it, it's just too many things have to go right for this card to be good, and because of that reason, I'm out. Adorable for you, baby.
Yeah, I would agree with you, Nate. I think adorable is probably the place it needs to go. Thrice per turn instant. We'll see that again. I think it's better suited on the next cards that we're going to talk
Yeah,
about. But this coming in for
yeah,
eight, a 2 for 8 is like pretty spicy. But at most maybe a sideboard card if pirates are like what you expect to face all the time, or dash IO,
mhm,
and then even then you're kind of like just throw a couple in the sideboard just to catch somebody sleeping, possibly. So yeah, adorable makes a lot of sense for this card.
mhm,
Um, yeah,
yeah,
not much more to say
yeah.
there. Moving on to the next card here. So this is Cogswork, Cogswork Dovetail. Cost one. It is a red attack.
Yep.
Yellow. It says when this hero hits, untap all your cogs you control. Thrice per turn instant, tap a cog you control. This gains plus one or go again. So this one, you're looking at coming in for seven and go again, right? If you have three cogs. And yeah, this I kind of like this one.
Dude, this okay. So this is just a mechanologist card. So
Yes, that's correct.
um, this can be played in other mechanologists. They would have to play the cog cards. Um,
Hmm.
but this card is like it's like an all star in Puffin. This card is like
Yeah.
just an absolute slapstick. Like
Yep.
everyone thought like Zipper Hit was like, oh, guys, this is like actually broken. A 1 for 5 go again boost. Like you sure you have to boost a card off the top of your deck, so like you're dealing yourself deck damage, but like it's 1 for 5
Yeah.
go again. That's way above rate, you know? You know? And
Right.
then this
Yeah.
card says 1 for 7 go again sometimes. Like, woo.
Yeah, with an on hit too,
Yes.
which is relevant, right? Like you can't really let this hit if it's coming in for seven, and then like or seven with go again, or even five with go again. Really, Nate, you let this hit, and then they untap their cogs, and then hit you with another card that says thrice per turn instant, tap all your cogs, and hit you with eight. Like, dude, you can't let this thing hit. It's scary.
It's potentially like a 1 for 10, which is like that's
Yeah,
that's
it's
like banana stand bullshit right there. So like
yeah,
it is locked to mechanologist and very like cog centric, but very
yeah,
strong. So it's like probably like the higher end of like okay, I see you because like I could even see
Yeah.
like dash IO potentially like running some amount of cog stuff just because the arms exist. Like you can turn this card on
Yeah.
just with the arms, and like dash would kill for another zipper hit. And like
Uh,
this card plus arms is zipper hit that you just don't have to boost. So I think it's okay. I see you
yeah.
because like other mechs could play it, and I think they really like. I really love the design of cogs, and I can see them kind of building this out as the future of mech because boost is a bad mechanic.
Yeah, and I think, this is like, I would say this has upward pressure into slaps.
Yeah,
If like Puffin becomes like the meta, like, or like an S tier
mhm.
deck, like the deck that you expect to play, this could push into slaps, lower slaps tier, right up above $10 for sure. It is a very strong card.
Yeah.
All right. Next one up. This is a mechanologist action
Yep.
attack. The Palantir Aeronaut. Cost 2. It's a red. It says the defending hero must defend this with an equipment if they control if able. Thrice per turn instant. Tap a cog. Again, same thing. This gets +1, but it has a little extra. It says if this is the third time you've activated this ability, destroy a defending card.
This card is down.
Dude.
Someone
Yeah,
was gonna have to tell me who at the LSS office was like hurt by equipment because like the equipment destruction they've been putting out lately is
dude,
bonkers. Um,
dude,
this
yeah,
card's real good. I think there's a lot more that this card has to do to be like really truly great.
yeah,
So I think it's probably still like it's 3 of puffin. So it probably
yeah.
falls into like okay, I see you. Just because it's not as that's the wrong one. Um, you grabbed a cog.
Oh,
You were talking about Palantir, yeah.
yep.
Um, it just has to hit its upside, which is like a 2 for 7. You just like if you use arms to do this, it's like a 2 for 7, which is that's still above rate, but it's just like not
Hmm.
really what you want to be doing in most mechs. Where
Yep.
the go again is like very helpful in a lot of mechs. So um, yeah, I just don't think it's going to be as good, but it's a 3 of puffin, so I'm just going to slap it right in. Like, okay, I see you.
Yeah, I'm a little scared about the if you got. I haven't really played. I haven't really seen Puffin play. I'm interested to see how she plays Nate because if she's able to get 3 cogs a lot and she's like nuking cards, nuking equipment with this, I'm man, it's super good.
Yeah,
So we'll see how that
yeah.
goes, for sure. All right, the next one up here is a mechanologist action. Cog in the machine. It's a 1 cost red. It says create 2 golden cog tokens. You may tap a cog you control. If you do, put this on the bottom of its owner's deck.
So this card's really good. It's
Hmm.
I think Dash IO wants to play this because this is Dash like a hedge for Dash IO for fatigue, and it's just a 3 of
Hmm.
puffin. So like
Yeah.
I just don't see it like I find it hard to see that being a $10 card, but if they ever release another like any type of cog mech, it'll push into or slaps tier like pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Because the card, I mean, it generates an action point, puts 2 cogs on the field. It's it's like high octane at home.
Yeah. It's not a. I guess the best way I would explain it, Nate, is that this is the gas to the engine for Puffin, right? This is
Mhm.
like instant three of.
Yep.
Just creating 2 cogs off of 1 card here is like super
Yep.
strong. Um, but the problem is like so its playability is not the problem, is why it doesn't get into that like a $10 and above range. It's just because it's only one hero playing it, like generally, right? So
Yeah, it's probably
it's
sideboard for Dio, but
right.
but I just don't think that it'll ever push probably like up into that range. It might be like higher end of like okay, I see you, but I just don't think
Mm,
I'd ever see that card being like a $10 plus card until another mech drops.
yep. Okay, next one here is the Cogworks Workshop. It is a blue 1 cost mechanologist attack. create a golden cog token, and then it says put a steam counter on up to 2 cogs you control. Noteworthy is no go again on this.
Mhm.
Um,
The cog
yeah,
is what gives you go again.
right.
Yeah.
Yep. I think this card, again, another probably glue card for Puffin. I don't see why you would not run this. It is a blue. It's just like, oh, like when you start building your deck, this is probably the first 3 blues you put in it. I would imagine,
Yeah.
or close to.
Yep.
Um, and it's just good. It's just good,
Yep.
right? It blocks for 3. You put it in there. So again, cog centric. Not really going. Other mechanologists not really going to really look at this card too much, right? So
No. And before we go much further too, I think I think throughout this, especially for the start, a lot of cards are going to probably fall in like, okay, I see you. There's a couple
yeah,
reasons for that, right? Like MSRP is up on this set. There's going to be pretty limited availability of this set to start. So I think a lot of these
yeah,
cards, like even weeks after, I think that they will settle probably in the OKICU tier, where before these might have been, some of these might have been adorable, but the push up in
yeah.
MSRP, like, just increased box prices is going to cause a lot of these cards to just be like slightly elevated. Like, so
Yeah, there's a ton of excitement for this
yeah.
set, right? That's pretty obvious. So like I think that I mean, we definitely have to bring that into consideration for the like I guess these wouldn't be like launch prices, right? You're definitely not pre-order prices, but this is kind of like as the dust settles
Yes. Yeah.
prices as a side note. So yeah, that's a good point, Nate, is that, these things got pushed up a little bit and I think everyone wants to play these pirates. Like it's not just gravy. Like obviously there's a lot of gravy, but I think everyone's really excited about the Mech and Ranger.
Yeah.
Speaking,
Yeah. I think, yeah, I want to be clear too. Like these are not what we expected the release date prices to be, but where we kind
no,
of like expect these things to settle in at, so you can kind of think about, all right, should I really be paying $25 for this card right now, or should I wait because I think it might be a $10 card?
exactly. Yep. Speaking of gravy bones, we have officially made it to the Pirate Necromancer cards,
Yep.
Nate. First one up is Blood in the Water. Sick art. Oh my god.
Yeah.
It says it is a defense reaction, 4 block.
Mhm.
It says when this defends, you may discard a card or destroy the top card of your deck if that card has Watery Grave. This gets +2 defense.
Yeah. This card's good. I just it,
dude,
it's
dude, I read this card. I was like, what happened? Oh my god.
I think I think this is gonna be adorable.
Really?
It,
I think with I don't know, man. I think this is like almost a 3 oven gravy. I haven't played a lot of gravies, so it's like I don't really mess around actually with playing the decks before they come out. So maybe you have a little bit more insight on that. I just think like you have Compass that you can activate before playing laying this card down, so you know exactly what's on the top of your deck. It does the thing you need it to. It blows up the top card of your deck, and then it blocks for 6. We're going into a Guardian meta as well with Guardian Mastery Pack and Valda coming. Um, maybe if we see a lot of small attacks, this card doesn't auto in gravy, but like gravy needs all the blocking you can get. I think.
yeah, it definitely does. You have to be wanting to block 6 a lot for this card to be good. So it's like sideboard probably at best, and it's also on your opponent's turn, so it's like not even potentially triggering Gravy's ability. You're filling the grave with your allies, hopefully, but I think you should probably have enough things to do that on your own turn that get you some amount of
Mm-hmm.
benefit that you're gonna just want to be blocking 6 a lot. And I don't know that we're in that kind of meta right now. And maybe I'm wrong, and maybe like
Yeah.
it is, but I think this is one of those cards that's going to shift in and out, and it's kind of like the Jolly Roger, right? Like, and also I'm always going to call that card the Jolly Rancher. There's nothing you can't stop me. It looks like a Jolly Rancher. Come at me. Um, it's going to be like a maybe 1, a 2 of, and it's going to be a sideboard card. but it might start off hot. But I just think it's like it's kind of like No Fear. Like we were super hyped about No Fear, and like
Yeah,
this is broken. Holy crap! Block 6, no way! And then look at how played No Fear is. It's just not
yeah.
what a lot of these decks want to be doing. I think there's a lot of things you want to be doing, and I don't know that one's it. So I'm gonna say adorable. You can say what you want, but I think that one might just be a little too cute for me.
I mean, I don't disagree with you. I think like Nat's meta, it's probably
A
you might
dumpster
be right.
fire, but
Like
yes,
you don't you don't want to, maybe you don't want to be blocking 6. But I think maybe in the future, like you said, this card can come back in. And it just really depends on how much grave filling Gravy has, because I think being able to, you know, Nate, I play Florian, so like decomposing on defense feels real good. So when I saw this card, when you could put an ally in the graveyard on defense, I was like, and block 6. I don't know. We'll see. I think there's some potential for upward movement on this one, but you might be right. It's maybe just a sideboard card to start. All right. The next one here, Pyro Necromancer action. This is Chart the High Seas. It is a blue. It costs 0. It says, look at the top 2 cards of your deck. You may pitch a blue from among them. That's pretty
yep.
cool. Put the rest in your graveyard. Create a gold token for each yellow card that you put into your graveyard. This way, go again. Blocks for 3.
Great card.
Yep.
I think it slaps because I think this is like a glue gravy card, but it's probably
Yep.
low end of slaps. This is probably like your 8, 9, maybe even $10 card. It's just glue.
Yep.
It's glue gravy, and everybody wants to be. Everyone's in the bone zone. All right, like
Yeah. Yeah. That's definitely something we needed to talk about with Gravy Bones, is that again, we have to put in a little bit of a qualifier on his
yeah.
cards that are like just the gas to the engine, like this card is. And like there's just a ton of hype for this guy. There's a ton of hype for this class. So I think you're spot on with the slab steer.
The
Even as the dust starts to settle on this card, I think it's a 3 of,
yeah.
and probably pushing close to 10, 8 to 10. All right, the next one here, Nate, is Give No Quarter. This is a blue block 3 Pirate Necromancer action as well. Cost 0. It says the next 2 ally cards with Watery Grave you play this turn cost 3 less to play. Go again.
I think this is like another glue card, right? Like you
Yep,
can't play Gravy Bones without this
totally.
card. Again, it's probably lower end, maybe like 8, $9. But
Yep.
just like absolute glue.
Yeah, just have to have it. Have to have 3 of these if you want to play Gravy
Yeah,
Bones, which I think a lot of us do.
yeah.
All right, now we're getting into the allies. Chum, the friendly first mate, he's a yellow, obviously, and he costs 4. Action, tap, attack, instant, discard a card with Watery Grave until the end of the turn. Opponents must choose this as a target of attacks if able. He attacks for 4 and has 6 health.
I was sorry. I was looking at the Gravy Bones armory deck list. I'm like, were any of these like printed in there? I just wanted to make sure because that does
No.
affect this, but none of this was.
Yes.
I mean,
Yep.
Chum, 1, great name. 2,
Yep.
slaps. 3, what else
Yep.
are you gonna do? He's like the best. He's probably the best ally. Period. End of story. So like,
Yep.
he's always going in there. He's got thick booty
Yeah.
too. Like,
Little.
come on now.
Yeah. Yeah. Little mini ALS like feeling to him.
Yep,
So, yeah, he's a 3 of in there. And if the other 2 or 3 ofs, then he goes as well.
100.
So the next one is another ally, Moray Lee Fei. She's a 0 cost. Action, ally again, of course. Action, tap, attack, and then she has a 1 cost instant tap and put a +1 counter on target ally. She attacks for 0 and has 3 health.
Man, I think she's okay. I see you. I can see her going to adorable, but I can also just see her going up the slaps tier. She is also like we are recording this Friday night at 8:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah.
Um, she's the most expensive Marvel on SCG as well and
Hmm.
selling. So I still want to say okay, I see you. I don't know that this is probably not three of, or at least main deck three of. So like
Yeah.
maybe she's like maybe the higher end of okay, I see you, but I don't know.
Yeah, so the thing she's got going for Nate, or at least what I thought when I first read her, is that she doesn't have the text that Chum has that says "You must attack me," but eh, you've played against illusionists. We've all
Yeah,
have that +1 counter. You just can't let that keep hanging
yeah,
around. And when you pair this with dread threads, if you are, let's say, playing Blood in the Water and putting a dude in your graveyard, you activate dread threads. You can now do this on your opponent's turn. Those +1 counters add up very quickly.
mhm,
Yes, a 3 attack, any ninja can kill her, any reaping blade can kill her, but you can't let this keep going, especially if Gravy's doing
yeah,
it, on both turns.
yeah.
So
Yeah, she is very much a kill on sight kind of card. And I think there's just
yes,
like too many like her life total is just like perfectly equipped to die. Like
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah,
it's just
yeah.
like literally no one has trouble killing her. It's not like
That's
and it's also not inconvenient to kill her either because it's not like she's got like 2 health and it's like do I really want to
mhm,
send a 4 attack at her like
yeah,
it's just like she's just like
yeah,
just perfectly set up to die to basically everything. And maybe well, it's clearly by design, but
yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm not sold on her just yet, but
Bro, if she had 4 health, get out of here. Come on now. Like that can't happen. That cannot happen. So yeah, you're right. The numbers line up perfectly with the number 3. So yeah, that definitely hurts her a little
yep,
bit. Um, she might have some upside. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. But I think, okay, I see you is probably where it settles at first,
yeah,
right?
for sure.
All right, the next one. This might be my favorite card of the set, Nate. Whaler Humperdinck, aka Whaler Humperdick. He is coming in. He is a big boy. He costs 6. He's yellow.
He thick.
He attacks for
Yeah,
11,
he
two
does.
number ones,
He's a big boy.
yes. And he has 7 health. He costs 6 to attack and just tap. No other effects on this guy.
You don't need any other effects. You just throw a freaking massive dude at him. You're cosplaying him in Vegas, right?
Yeah, yeah. I don't know about Vegas. That's a little short notice,
I
but
believe in you. Um, I don't. I think he's a three of because like I don't know. Like, there's like two. There's chum is like the best thing you can do in gravy. What's the second best thing you can do in gravy? Right? Like attacking for 11 is pretty dang good. So
yeah,
just do that. I don't know. Um, so I think he's like a slaps, but he's probably just ends up in like okay, I see you. Like I just don't like he's probably not a three of in every deck list, and he'll
yeah,
also like he just kind of feels like one of those guys where it's like he's not a glue. He ain't glue. So if
yeah.
you ain't
He's
glue,
like a sideboard
you ain't
guy.
slaps.
Yeah. Yeah, he feels like a sideboard guy. That number 7 though is definitely hard for like a lot of things to
And what
kill.
is this bastard gonna
And
do? Dagger, dagger, leave no witness, and then be sad because they still didn't kill him?
yeah, this is rough for assassins. I mean, this is like asking guardians to throw like an actual attack into this dude
No,
too, right? You can't hammer this guy.
nope.
So yeah, it'll be interesting to see where this one plays out. I think I agree with you. He is very expensive, but the upside, this guy sticks for 2 turns,
Yeah,
dude, and it is
yep,
devastating. So we'll have to keep an eye on that one.
yep.
All right, Nate, we have made it to Pirate Ranger cards. First one up here is an arrow. This is the King Kraken Harpoon. It is a red attack. It costs 2. It says go fish. Basically, when this hits a hero, they choose a card. They choose and reveal a card from their hand. If it's a non-attack action, they discard it and you create a gold token. If you've activated a cannon this turn, instead look at their hand and choose a card. Attacks for 6, blocks for 3.
Yeah. So right now, what I'm doing, this is live action. Everybody, welcome
Come on,
to
Nate.
the Dude, this is the sauce. They're learning, Ted. I'm trying to
Hmm.
see if because to okay, all right, all right. This is breaking news here, and I don't actually know if this is true or not. It looks like.
All
So
right,
I'm on
say it.
I'm on SCG's website, and I only see EAs and rainbow foil.
Hmm.
And so I don't know if this is one of those cards where they have non-foil and then EA rainbow foils. Like,
Mm.
do they differentiate it with non-foil rainbow foil and EA rainbow foils? Because we've
Mm.
seen it cards in the past that are just non-foil and then like they're like hyper rare extended art. The
Yep.
non-foils do quite well because there's not like a oh I opened a rainbow foil, I'll just play with the rainbow foil and a non-foil, I don't really care. There's a I
Hmm.
opened the freaking $50 card, I'm gonna go turn this into other cardboard. Not like there's a
Yeah.
$2 or $3 difference between them. um and now I need I'll just turn this one like extended art into my play set of three.
Mm.
So these cards are both like actually low-key insane.
Yeah.
um it's like they're like surgical extractions that can get overpowered stupid. Um,
Yeah, I was gonna have to lean on you a little bit on this card because I don't I look at the cannon and I'm like, man, this cost a ton to fire. But I
sure
think
does.
it also kind of feels like Marlin, this is kind of her thing, right?
Yeah.
She
Yep.
so if you probably looked into this a little bit more than me because you're prepping for Nats, and if this card is at all like playable in Marlin, I'm scared of it because I like my cards in my hand.
Yes. It's I have bad news for you, Teddy Bear. It is very playable in Marlin. It is quite good. So I think it's probably still like okay, I see you tier. I think people are like the least amount of hyped for Marlin. And I've played
Yeah.
a little bit of Marlin. I think I think she's just like a little bit short. I think she's just kind of she kind of got like the not the old school Azalea because old school Azalea was like actually bad.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
she's just like I feel like she's just missing like one or two things. And maybe that's just like the decks I've played like just aren't good enough yet. Uh, I
Hmm.
think she's good, but I just don't think she's quite there. So I think both of these because they're virtually the same card. One is just attacks, one's non attacks. They
Hmm.
go in okay. I see you. I think, but I will say if there's a non-foil and just the EA, I think it moves in the slaps because I think we've seen it time and time again. You think of like Sigil of Brilliance, like the
Yeah.
non-foils are expensive because the only other version is the Marvel.
Mm.
So I
That's
can see those being moving in the slaps tier pretty quickly if there's not a little bridge there, I guess.
Yeah, I guess the parting comment I would make on this too is that for the viewers, I like if you're a ranger, if you're interested in Marlin, keep an eye on this card. Like I think as things settle out, as her deck gets refined, these are very powerful effects, and she seems like a very powerful hero. One thing to note is Azalea is at that 1.5x multiplier, and once she leaves, I don't see her fans going in droves to Riptide. So Marlin's probably next up, and we've seen it before where Acilio cards kind of popped off because Aurora left, and
Yep.
we're staring down the barrel of the same thing here.
Yep.
Azalea players will probably look to Marlin,
Yeah.
right? So keep an eye out on the LL leaderboard then.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, next one up, and yeah, like you said, the two cards, these two arrows are just exactly the same, just two different types of card they're looking to discard. The next one up is Big Game Trophy Shot. This costs two. It is a yellow. It is a Pirate Ranger action. Blocks for three. It says your next arrow attack this turn gets +4. If it has Harpoon in its name, it gets when this hits a hero, create a gold token, and then draw a card, and then discard a card, go again.
Okay. So the one thing I haven't played enough Marlin yet, But the one thing I'm the most excited to play around with and build is Marlon's hero ability. And I don't know why LSS continues to do this. Um, has a little bit of an exploit where um, you get to put this golden what is it, goldfin harpoon in your hand, and the
Mm.
goldfin harpoon sucks. It's you don't like cool. You got this garbage harpoon that shoots for 2, but you get this stupid thing in your hand for literally nothing. You just kill a gold, and then you get this thing in your hand. So effectively, the big shot tuna game hunter fish boy becomes a 2 for +4 draw a card because you just discard the stupid harpoon and then load in something that you actually want to shoot at your opponent. Um, so there's a
Yeah.
lot of like interesting play lines with Marlin that I want to experiment with. Like a lot of the cards that like have this like discard a card, draw a card, you can remove a lot of the downside of the discard a card when you just make stupid card that you get to throw away. It's kind of like Zen, like you can yeah,
Tigers.
it's
Yeah.
stupid tigers. And probably why Art of War is never coming back. Because it would be good in Marlin too. Um,
Hmm.
I just don't know that this card fits the curve of what you want to be doing in the deck just yet. Um,
Yeah.
because all the good arrows that become surgical extractions cost $2. To
Hmm.
activate your cannon, which, let's be real, if you're playing Marlin, you want to activate a cannon. You don't want to
Yeah.
activate a freaking stupid bow. You want to freaking load up a cannon and launch a hefty honker at someone. All right? So, like, 4 for that, 2 for your arrow, and then where are you getting your other 2 for this guy?
Yeah, you're out of money,
Out of
dude.
money. You broke. You too broke for this. You can't shop here. So I think it's probably like adorable. It's just like not even good. It's stuck in her. Adorable.
Yeah, it's got some neat text though,
It does have
right? I think
adorable
that's the
text. You're right. It's cute.
yeah. Right, for sure. All right, the next one up here, Nate, is Gold the Tip. This is a zero cost yellow card, Pirate Ranger action. Your next arrow attack this turn gets +3. If there's a yellow arrow face up in your arsenal, create a gold token, go again, blocks for 2.
Hey Ted, do you remember when I just told you that the stupid yellow goldfin tuna fish sandwich sucked and you just wanted to discard it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like the only yellow arrow you would even want to put in a deck. So I don't think this card's very good. The only yellow arrow that like is even making lists right now is Amp Arrow. And I just like the heck are you getting
Yeah.
like you're just putting bad arrow in deck because like none of the harpoons are yellow besides the stupid one that you make that sucks.
Well, I mean, it comes in for with the firing it out of the cannon, right? It comes in for 9 overpower now, right? Because it's +4 from the cannon and +3 from this,
Sure. So you use your hero
or
ability.
8.
You put the stupid yellow garbage harpoon in your hand. You have this card in your hand now. And then you pay 4 to activate your cannon. But you still got to load the stupid harpoon.
Yeah, I was just gonna say the cannon doesn't load it,
No,
doesn't load an arrow, so you have to find a way to load an arrow.
no. Does this thing at least block 3?
So you just set it and do it next turn.
Does this thing block 3, Theodore?
No, it blocks for 2.
Dude, card sucks. Get it out of my face. Adorable.
All right,
Like that
sounds
card actually
sounds good.
makes
I
me
mean, you
angry.
convinced me. All right. Next one up is Barbed Barrage. This is a 1 cost arrow attack. This is just a ranger
Yeah,
action. And it says, as an additional cost to play this, you may pay $3. If you do, this attacks an additional target. Blocks for 3.
yeah,
Attacks for 5.
yeah. What do you think?
Uh,
We'll start with you, Theodore. And then I
man,
think I'm going to
let's
shock the
see.
pants off of you.
Yeah, let's see. My first thought is this feels a little techie. Um, It's really Azalea can't play this because I don't think she runs a lot of blues. You can correct me if I'm wrong on that. She runs
She don't
pretty,
run very many moves at all.
yeah. So like you're it's just a 1 for 5 at that point because you're never paying the extra 3 in that deck. And then maybe Marlin plays it, but like it is like just attacking allies. Like what else is this card gonna do? I don't. I'm a little lost.
Teddy, it's a slapper. It might even be a banger.
See, you got me.
So they, with the rules reprisal, you can attack ALS and the hero. So you can pump this thing to the absolute
Uh,
freaking moon and shoot it at your opponent and a Spectra.
Really? Because there was a whole discussion about that, and it wasn't that way, but they rules reprised it, huh? Okay, well then that changes everything.
Well, now I'm second guessing myself. But you know what? Through the magic of
If this
editing,
thing can attack, yeah,
we can make it whatever we want.
yeah, oh, yeah, yeah, I think it slaps if you can attack ALS
Yeah, I think
and
it's
this.
definitely a slap because it's
Like
like
this is very good then
yeah,
because like Azalea then like well no because again she still needs to pay for it but like Marlin definitely wants this to attack Spectra.
yeah.
Prism is not a
Azalea struggles to pay for it. Riptide can like maybe pay for it, but like again,
yeah,
if you're attacking their face and killing a Spectra, I think you're like okay with that trade.
just play some of the 15 blue arrows that you got over the last 2 years in the expansion slot for him. You'll be all right. You can pay for it. They're all garbage.
Yes, 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 of course.
All right. Well, okay. Yes, I agree. That card. Watch out for this card. This card has heavy tech into Prism. Then for sure. Probably low slaps tier before we move on from that because it is kind of a tech card. All right, Nate. The next one here, and this one I think we can both agree on. Return Fire. It is a Ranger
Yeah.
block. It says when this defends, you may banish an arrow from your hand. If you do, at the start of your next turn, put it face up into your arsenal, and it gets +3 to the end of the turn. This blocks for 4.
So this is a one card 7 on its face. If you just look at this card, it's a one
You
card
can add
7.
those two numbers. Yes.
So all right, this tells you how bad block cards are just as a design space. I like they,
Well, in Ranger for sure.
just any class.
Yeah.
They just suck. They don't do anything but block. They're not even attack. Like they're not defense reactions. They don't do anything. They just suck. They just sit there and they're stupid. Like this card probably isn't seeing any play. Like maybe Riptide, but like even then, it's just like God. Like you, Ranger already has this problem of like, how many pumps do I run? How many arrows do I run? How do I make sure that I have a functional deck and I don't just draw, oops, all pumps, no arrows, I die now because my hand blocks for 2.5. So then you put this other card in. So you need an open arsenal zone. You
Mm-hmm.
need an arrow in your hand. And you can't even arsenal this stupid thing. And
You could
guess what?
trench it.
In what deck ponders the most out of any deck in the entire game? What deck
Oh,
draws
yeah.
random cards off the top of their deck more than Ranger? This card's unplayable garbage. Everyone's gonna think it's like, oh my god, it's a 0 for 7. It's holy crap, LSS did it. They broke Ranger. And guess what? 3 weeks from now, everyone's gonna be like, I got my return fires. Anyone want them a nickel? A nickel? I'll give you. I'll give you a back rub if you give me 1 nickel and you get a return fire. Like, it's just adorable. It's not actually slate tier, but God, that card just is upsetting to me as well. Dude, I'm getting real upset with these Ranger cards.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, okay, you got me with the ponder. I thought this was better, but then you're like, yo, you ponder, and I was like, oh, that's a problem, dude. Because if you just ponder this into one of your into your arsenal, it's like you just scoopy and go eat Taco Bell.
Yeah, you put it in
Like
this,
you just
like,
go home.
one, you either ponder it into your arsenal or you ponder any card, put it in your arsenal, like, I'm doing great. And then you draw this card and you're like, I don't have an open arsenal zone. And it's just like, What are we doing with our lives, people? Just kill people. That's what Rangers do anyways. You don't block. Get out of
Yeah.
here.
All right. Yeah. Okay. All right. You convinced me.
Yep.
The next. Okay. So with that, you don't have to talk about Ranger cards anymore,
Thank
Nate.
God.
So we have officially made it past that.
Yeah.
But we are now into the pirate cards, and the first one up is Conqueror of the High Seas. This is an attack that costs 4. It says when when this hits a hero, destroy all cards in their arsenal. Create a gold token for each card destroyed this way. It has a keyword High Tide, which is new, and it says if there are 2 or more blues in your pitch zone, this gets +1 and go again. It attacks for 7 and blocks for 3 and 8.
Dude, I just have like a real question. Is LSS asleep at the wheel? Because this card is wholesale unplayable ass cheeks. Or it's a complete banger. I love it. Put it in banger tier, Teddy.
Oh man, you almost got
I
me
almost
there.
got you.
We've officially made it to the felling of the set.
Now,
Yes, like not. I don't think it's like the cost. This might not like reach the cost of felling,
yes,
but this card is very good, and I think this card is a consideration in at least 2 of the
all
pirates.
three.
Uh, yeah, I mean, I guess you're right. Like if you're yeah, even though it's not an arrow, 8 go again is
8 go again,
real good.
blow up your arse is pretty damn good. It does like it just doesn't matter. Like this card is just like
Yeah, you just play it, dude.
absurdly good. In I will say, like, while it's a banger, and we think this is like the felling, the weakest link, the the shelter of this set, I do want to temper the expectations on like its pricing, like on release and after release. Like every nationals competitor will get one of these.
Yeah,
So
that is true.
everyone will get a promotional EA version of this. There's a rainbow foil version of this, and there's a cold foil super duper
Gold
extended art
pirate booty.
pirate version of this as well. So while it's a
Yeah,
banger, I think it's very good. I do want to temper expectations that it's probably going to fall between like 30, 40, and not be
yeah,
like a $80 felling or like weakest link or shelter,
yeah,
that kind of stuff. Like don't go
yeah.
crazy,
Shelter
people.
weakest link's generic.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. But it also, if pirates like just like end up completely sucking booty cheeks, like maybe $20. But
right. Yeah,
I don't think
yeah.
pirates.
There'll be demand on this card though for
Yeah,
sure.
for sure.
All right. The next one up is a pirate aura, Nate. It's Lone Shark. It is yellow, cost 0. It says it does have go again. It says when this enters the arena, create 2 gold tokens. And then at the beginning of your end phase, if you haven't created or stolen a gold this turn, destroy this, then lose 2 health unless you discard a card. Blocks for 3.
Yeah. Um, Card is very good. It's
Yes.
it's banger, obviously. It's probably not. It's definitely not like the C and C. See what I did there of the
Yeah.
like, but I think definitely Gravy's running it.
Hmm.
I think Puffin reluctantly runs it, and I'm not quite sure on Marlon. I don't think Marlon actually runs this card, but um, it is probably one of like those like forever glue pieces, parts of Pirates, um, that will probably just be
2 gold is quite strong. It like really gets the it really
yeah.
helps you get those gold flowing, right? The one thing with gravy too is that you might not really, if you time it properly, you can just discard an ally and you like play them later.
Mhm.
So it's like not the worst thing in the world to do the discard. And then again, 2 health I would say maybe is not the worst either for gold token, especially you know, turning them into cogs and getting that extra value out of there is probably worth that 2 health in most accounts. So I agree with you. This is likely a banger and played in at least 2 out of the 3 pirate. All right, Nate. The next card here is Tip the Barkeep. This is a blue pirate action, cost 0, blocks for 3. It says create a gold kiss rum token. You may you may give a gold token you control to another hero. If you do, put this on the bottom of its owner's deck. Go again.
Yeah. Real good gravy card.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure in Puffy if this is a good card. And I don't think it's a good card in Marlin. But it is one of those cards where it's like it's basically time snap potion that has go again.
Right.
Which it like and blocks 3. So
Yeah, yeah.
that looks real good. I just don't
Yeah, for
I
sure.
don't know, but I think that the fact that it's in 3 heroes, it's a blue, it blocks 3. Like the history has shown us blue block 3s have a floor, and it is well above a 0 for 7 garbage block card.
Right.
So
Yep.
I think it's probably going to be like slaps tier. I don't know that I would push into banger tier just because I don't think that all of them would play it, but it's close. It's definitely something that
Mm-hmm.
like is like very interesting.
Yeah, turning on Gravy's hero ability, just playing this out, getting that gold kiss rum for later to like maybe play 3 allies and kind of just do the illusionist thing where you stack the board and then you ask your opponent to kill
Yep.
them. And if they can't, then you stack the board some more and then you kill them.
Yep.
That's pretty good.
Yep.
And yeah, that's kind of what you're trying to do. So that makes a lot of sense with Gravy. It'll be really interesting to see how Gold Kiss Rum works. There's probably a lot of stuff that I'm just missing, right? Because it is just your next action gets go
Yep.
again. So there could be some fun stuff that can be figured out with those new tokens.
Yep.
So yeah, I agree with you. I think this is a slaps tier. I think this is a lot of hype around Gravy, and that's going to push it for a little bit,
Yep.
anyways, just by itself. So.
Yep.
All right, Nate. And the last pirate card here is Sunken Treasure. This is a blue pirate block. It says, when this defends, you may turn a card in a graveyard face down. If it is yellow, create a gold token. Blocks for 3.
Yes. So I mean, this card is slaps borderline banger. Um, I know I just ranted about block cards. Uh, this block card's quite good though. Mostly because it's blue. If it was any other color, it would probably be unplayable trash. But the fact that it's blue, it's potential gold generation, but it also has like a lot of other niche use cases that can actually really benefit you. So like potentially killing either Syndra's daggers or Phi's flame. You can also into the assassin matchup knock out their best codex target. So like even if you
Mm,
don't maybe create a gold, maybe you don't need the gold, maybe you just don't even have a good target to even create a gold. You'd be like, oh look at
yep.
you only have one leave no witness in there, huh? Be a shame if something happened to that, huh? Or like, oh, you only have one CNC, and you just pitched a red and a blue with one card in hand to dagger me.
Yep.
Poke. I'm gonna get rid of that. Thank you. Like so, and it's something that I think all 3 heroes will want to play in some quantity. I don't know if they want all 3.
Mm-hmm.
If all 3 heroes were playing all 3, it'd be immediate banger tier, hands down, slap it, shut the book, walk out with your hands up saying hallelujah. But it's not. So it's probably just going to sit in slaps tier. But I could definitely see
Yep.
it moving into banger tier. It's just like one of those like sneaky, just like really good blue cards that is
Yep.
is glue for multiple heroes because I think Gravy and Puffin really want it. And I think Marlin might want it just for like that kind of like side tech into some of those matchups that are maybe a little unfavored.
Yeah, I'll tell you this. There's one other thing that you didn't mention, and I'll bring it up now. Is that when I have exactly enough to decompose, and you flip one of my Earth cards, I'm gonna be real sad. Or that one action card that I need,
Yeah.
it makes me real
Yeah.
sad, dude. And then all of a sudden, I gotta like replan my whole next turn and stuff. It's like, yeah, late game this won't affect Earth cards or Earth heroes all that much, but there's times where it's like shit gets rough in Earth heroes, right? Where you're just like, oh god, I have exactly enough to decompose, and this slows you down, and it might just be enough to slow you down, right?
It,
And
yeah,
stunt you.
it's one of those things too, like into like Verdant specifically that I just thought of. It's where it's like, oh, you put that rampant growth in there so you could plume it back later. Oh, is that yellow?
Yeah,
Uh,
pretty good.
pretty good, pretty good. We take that. So I
Yep.
think it's a really good tech card and just like a really solid card in general.
Yep, for sure. Okay, we are to the amulets,
Oh
Nate.
God, I'm gonna have to look up
Um,
what.
um, we got the first one up here is the Onyx Amulet. It is action, destroy this, tap all heroes and all allies, go again. It's a generic item that's blue, and it doesn't block, obviously.
Whoa, 1 second. Let's see. There we go. Okay. I'm just trying to get them all pulled up so I can just be like looking at them when we go through this.
Mm-hmm.
We're real professionals here. All right, so then we're talking about the destroy this, tap all heroes and allies. We're gonna have to rename Slay tier to Amulet tier, and we're gonna slap this one right the fuck in there because this card is just unplayable garbage, and it should feel bad for being printed.
Oh man! All right, we're gonna keep rolling with this because I think there's a number of these that we're
Okay,
just going to slap.
I'll wait till the end to like really dive in on these amulets, but like,
All
let
right.
you
Um,
you'll get the gist as we go, people.
so the next one is the Amulist amulet. Wow, that's hard to say. This one is strength potion, but watery grave and blue.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one goes right there. No one plays strength potion now. Why? I mean, I guess this has recursion, but whatever.
What do you mean It doesn't. It's the opposite of recursion. It literally removes it.
Well, you can play it with watery
Oh
grave, right?
yeah,
So
Gravy really wants to play like no block blues along with all his no block allies, so we can get +2 attack on a random ass attack in the middle of the game. This is a real good card. Everyone should get all of them. Banger. Get out of here. Garbage. Should
uh,
feel bad for being printed. It should be a rare. If they wanted to do all these adorable amulets, put them at rares. I don't know. This
yeah, I was a little surprised to see these at Majestic actually when I put this together, Nate. I'm not gonna
yeah.
lie. The next one is the Pananamu amulet. This is the one from the New Zealand Heritage
Okay.
um,
Yeah.
one that they named after. So it's very
Yeah.
cool. James talked about it at London. This one says, "Destroy this, gain 2 health, go again."
You know what? Because James likes it and it's like part of like New Zealand heritage. I'm not gonna talk shit about this one. It's just
It's
like a healing pot number 4, whatever. It's this one
yeah,
is still in Slay tier, but like slightly like higher Slay tier than the first two.
yeah. Next one is the opal amulet. This one says, "Destroy this, opt to."
Yeah, so this one, I mean, um, cool. Kano got another clarity potion. I don't know, garbage. Just like
Yeah.
straight into the bin with it.
Next one is the pearl amulet. It says, "Action, destroy this, untap target permanent, go again."
I'm trying like I guess you could
Dude, these are so
technically
hard to
like
play.
okay, so technically you could double swing Humperdinck with this card. So because of that, it's still in Slay tier because you shouldn't be doing that. And you should feel bad about thinking about doing that. And it belongs directly in Slay tier. But it is above the ones that already exist, minus the
Yes,
tap all heroes and allies.
because it's because it's a new effect, at least we can say that, right?
Yes, it is. It is a very unique effect. It is the only effect that occurs. Yes,
Okay, so we got the ruby amulet here. This one says, "Destroy this, gain 2 resources."
sick. Thank you for giving Kano Energy Potion 4. Also Slay tier. This card sucks.
The next one is the Sapphire Amulet. It says, destroy this. Your hero gains +1 intellect for the turn.
Okay, this one doesn't suck.
This one is an action, and it doesn't have go again.
It doesn't matter. It's this card's so it's a one of, right? Because you can only have one of these in your classic construction deck.
Yes.
But why? This is like literally just asking to get banned. This card will be banned at some point.
Yeah, maybe not today, maybe not this year, but I don't know.
I just,
I was a little surprised to see +1 intellect on a card, dude. I was like, whoa. All right, we've officially made it to this part of the ride. Okay.
yeah, I just don't. I was just like, oh, man, I don't. I'm sorry, but like, why? No, please. I don't know. It's so there's like some use cases like this is like kind of like bad, like potentially like prowess of agility, um, in like
Mhm.
ninja, but there's gonna be decks in the future that can really abuse this card. I actually
Yeah.
looked to see because I thought like maybe Dio could play this, and that would be actually broken. But she can't play items off the top unless they're Mech, so that's
Yeah.
unlucky. But if she could, that'd be very
Same.
good.
Yes, yes, indeed. Next one up is the Diamond Amulet. This one says instant destroy this, gain 1 action point.
Yeah, so this one's like it's like time snap potion. It's like actually better time snap potion. There will be
Mhm.
gravy decks that run this. Oh, sorry, Sapphire Amulet should probably be an adorable tier just because of its like future brokenness. Um,
That's true. Yep.
Diamond Amulet, same thing. Because it's an instant like break it, gain an action point. It's actually like playable now. Specifically in Gravy. Gravy does want additional action
Mhm.
points. Has the fact that it's an instant too, so like you could technically play it, break it to just gain your action point if people want to do that. Like it's just better time snap potion statistically. Uh, I just don't know like how like any other decks that would want to be running this right now.
Yep. Yeah, I agree with you. Again, it kind of does that thing that I was just talking about where it enables your like big play a bunch of allies turn.
Yeah,
So yeah, I think it's probably has a place.
yeah.
So we can move that one up. And then the last one is the Platinum Amulet. This says destroy this target defending card gets +1 defense until the end of the turn. Yo,
Yo, straight to
that
ass cheeks tier. That card sucks. Okay, so one thing I'd like to say about the amulets. This art sucks. Look at the rest of this set. Just absolutely gorgeous. Freaking just banger art. Just all the cards have insane artwork. Even Return Fire. That card's terrible, but the art is hard AF.
yeah, yeah.
All the art just so good. And then we have this terrible just it looks like AI generated art from 1993.
Whoa, whoa,
Dude,
whoa!
I'm
I don't
sorry,
know.
it sucks.
I don't know about. Okay, so I'll reel you back in a little bit, Nate.
Okay.
I
Reel
agree with you.
me
I
in,
don't think
baby. Dude,
these.
it's an hour in.
All
There's
right,
nobody
let's
listening.
let's chill on the AI stuff. It's definitely not that. So here's the problem I have with it is that it's very bland. The art, kind of like you said, it feels very out of place. I'm not an artist, but it just because it's like these amulets are like on a display like bust or something. I think it was the look for it. Maybe we'll see the full art at some point. Well, the Marvels maybe we'd be able to see the full art, and that might change something. But overall, I just think it comes off very bland and a very dynamic set. Right, every card in this set is full of movement, and I think this just isn't. This just like is very static, right? And that's no good. So yeah, I kind of agree with you. They don't look great from the photos.
Yeah,
So
Ted, that's exactly what I said.
well, I mean, you went a little harder than that, but like, yes, that makes sense. I mean, I'm kind of with you on
I,
that one.
and I like you made the comment too, like before this, like it's kind of like a throwback to like like vintage magic of like all the I don't know, they're like Mox pearls and
Mox.
like all that
Yeah.
shit. But I don't know. I never played Magic. Was barely alive in the 90s. Like I don't. I'm sorry. I just don't
Yeah.
care.
Same.
And like this art, just like, and funny like coming into Flesh and Blood. I was never like a big like art guy, but man, have I become like a collector and like I can't think of anything I want to collect less in this game than these cards. And it's just I don't. I feel like they could have done more. And like, listen, like maybe I went a little hard in the paint. All right, that's just kind of how I am. I
I
just
think
feel like
like
something
again,
went
maybe if
wrong.
they zoomed in a little bit on the
I
amulets,
don't even
right?
think
Because I think the amulets look kind of neat.
the amulets
Each
do look
amulet looks
neat,
cool.
but they like I like this like gray pale like I don't know is this a mannequin? Is this a dead body? I don't know what this is supposed to be. And like why is there like this
Yeah,
weird like I don't know like bra thing that is also like it's not symmetrical. It's just like weird and I don't like
yeah,
it. And I just and the cards also suck. So it's like extra like fuel to the fire of like why I just hate the ambulance.
all right then.
I'm ready
Yeah,
to
I
flame
mean,
so
and that.
hard for the hate on the ambulance.
All right, so that's not the only generics in the set, Nate. The next one up here is Sea Legs. This is a yellow, costs 3, attacks for 6, blocks for 3. It says when this is discarded, or it's a generic.
Yep.
I should add. It says when this is discarded, create a Gold Kiss rum token.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yes, yes, it is.
Yeah.
Generic is a very key thing for this card. I know the Brute Boys were literally beating their chest over this card. They're very excited
Something,
about
maybe
it.
something else. I don't know.
Yeah, I think this card is like minimum slaps, maybe even more than that.
Oh, this is a banger for sure, dude. Okay, so
You think so?
imagine Gold Kiss Rum. The Brute Heroes don't tap themselves. So they don't care about tapping their stupid heroes because their hero abilities are bad anyways. Like Leviathan literally doesn't have a hero ability, so if she got drunk, she'd be like, "Look, I don't have blood anymore." Um, so like giving brutes access to just like on demand go again, like literally discard this card, put a time snap potion in the freaking arena. That's so good for brutes.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Like all the brutes love discarding things. They love the cards that they
Hmm.
get payoffs for discarding for. This card is freaking broken.
Yeah.
It is 6 power. It attacks for 6, or it is 3 cost, block 3. So it's a popper.
Hmm.
Huge benefit when discarded. Daddy, do you know what card makes you discard cards? It's called Codex of Frailty.
Oh yeah, that's very
Also,
true.
do you know what Codex of Frailty gets back a lot? Commanding Gray. Do you know what Commanding Gray does?
I think it makes you discard
It makes you
cards out of your
discard the card in
arsenal.
your arsenal. So it would make another freaking rum token.
Yeah, that's true. It's going to be awfully spicy when they're like, leave no witness. And be like, well, I just got back this sea legs.
Leave no witness wouldn't count, but they put it. They put their card in first because leave no witness banishes. So they're
Oh,
like,
right,
"Oh, I'll get
right.
CNC,"
Yeah.
and you're like, "Cool, I'll put Gold Kiss Rum in." They're like, "Oh, okay." It's like, yeah, I'll just let it blow up. It's fine. Thanks.
I'll
You
take
gave
it.
my bare fangs go again next turn. Thanks.
Yeah. Oh, that's pretty tough,
Yeah.
actually. Yeah, yeah, this card's going to be good, man. I think so. A lot of heroes want to play it. I think this card has like future implications too. It being generic, if other heroes get ways to discard things, or if more discard just shows up in the meta, and you have an outlet for the action point, it's very good.
I think hot take, Teddy. I think this one actually might be the felling of the set.
Wow, that's a big take.
Not
I don't
right
know if it
away.
gets there.
Not right away.
Oh yeah, yeah,
I think everyone's gonna be like, Command and Kunkure.
yeah.
But I think when we look back 3, 4, 5 months from now, heading in the worlds, we're all walking in the Philadelphia, waving the Benjamin Franklin, tipping the hat, signing the old Declaration of Independence. Ben Franklin's going to get on his computadora, check TCG player, and there is going to be one card sitting at the top of High Seas, and that card's name will be Steelix.
I could see that happening. Yeah, for sure. I don't disagree with
Call
you
my
there.
shot now.
So keep an eye on this one, guys. I think this one has some legs. Yo. All right, next one up, Nate. Let's keep this show on the road, eh?
Hey,
Uh Midas's touch, cost one. It is a yellow generic action. It says destroy a target ally. It its controller creates gold tokens equal to its cost. Go again, blocks for 3.
yeah, this card's good.
Yeah, tech card.
I'm trying to find because I don't know what happens if the ally doesn't have a cost. Oh, they just don't get any gold. Sucks to suck. Um, so it's kind of funny into Prism, where it's just like,
Mhm.
no, I don't wanna. And you just like you just blow up Sarai, and they're like, oh, but I have an arc light on. It's like, yeah, but you don't anymore. It's
But you
it's
don't.
okay. It
Yeah.
probably is just adorable until it wins an event, and then it's slap.
Yeah. It's very techy,
Yeah,
right? It needs the right meta to survive. So
yeah.
for sure. Okay, next one up here, and oh Nate, how did this get on the list? Codex of Frailty is actually a legendary,
So this is
but
an
we all know it.
outsiders.
But we all know it as a Majestic. Yes, Codex of Frailty has been reprinted in the set, and they're doing the same reprint style as Command and Conquer and the Hunted. And I think it's probably good to talk about this here for a little bit at
Mhm.
least, since we do have some data on it on this type of reprint. We all know what Codex of Frailty does. Nate, obviously this just goes into banger tier. Codex of Frailty at the
Yep.
moment or before it was reprinted was at almost $100. And yeah, so I would say this, right? Like I talked about this on my stream a little bit, and we took a look at it. If you took a look at Command and Conquer right now, effectively, since Command and Conquer has a white border as well, Codex of Frailty does not, obviously. Um, it lowered the black border arc version of Command and Conquer. This reprint style, what I'm trying to talk about
Yeah.
here, lowered Command and Conquer almost $15 per card, down from like 103 to like 85 ish. The white border lowered $13 from $80 down to like $67. And we're a couple months out. We still have another wave of the Hunted to go. So final results are pending on this one. But what do we expect for Codex of Frailty um, reprint?
So I think we will probably see Codex drop maybe a little bit more than
Mm-hmm.
what Command and Conquer did, and it's also not clear yet um, if there is like an extended art like uh,
Yeah, that's true.
Conquer. But I mean, like looking at where, like looking over like the last 3, 6 months, kind of like right around PT London is where the card was at its highest. It was about 106, and right
Mm-hmm.
now it's sitting about $90 for the Outsiders version. Right,
Yep.
there's one available from some guy called TCG Ted for 89.99.
Yo. Yo.
So, um, and I'm expecting like a lot of downward pressure on that as people
Mm-hmm.
probably want to move their current playsets for the new one if they like the new art more. I think the arts are actually like very similar. I don't.
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
It's not like Command and Conquer where it's like, oh, hello. Like I, I don't think there's gonna be people who have like a big preference one over another. So it'll be
Right.
interesting to see if one gets if the new one gets more preferential treatment like Command and Conquer versus the old one. Um, but if there is no like rainbow foil EA, like kind of like bougie variant, I can see probably something very similar, right? Like we've already seen $15 knocked off the price. I think maybe it goes down to like $80,
Hmm.
75 potentially, but I would be hard pressed to, I think, see it go much lower than that because of how popular Assassin is and how popular Ranger is. Now, when New and Azalea rotate, that could change
Right. Yep.
more than the reprint. That might affect that more than the reprint would.
Yeah, that's true. I think also High Seas is going to be opened at a very quick rate. Possibly, the Hunted was very popular, but like I don't think it's going to compare to the High Seas. Just like the popularity of the High Seas is just like off the charts. So the rate of open and the rate onto like the amount getting onto the market as fast as it will be interesting to see. Also, like LSS is always turning them dials, man. We talk about it all the time. Like I would not be surprised if this like got turned up a little bit or change the pull rate gets changed just a touch from Command and Conquer, right? They could have, you know, yeah. So we'll just have to see how the pull rates come, see what your mass box break looks like and kind of judge from there. But interesting overall. Definitely a card that needed a reprint. And I expect it to be. I would expect it to come down more than CNC, right? That $15 might have not been as much as they thought it would have came down for CNC, but I think Codex of Frailty is probably going to drop down a little bit further than that one. So
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see where it ends up. I don't think. Yeah, it's interesting how they want to manage these going forward. I don't. I think they're. I mean, the reason it keeps ending up in the L slot is just because they want to be very cautious, right, with
mm-hmm.
introducing more supply into the market. But also, people will have to get high seas to for that to actually see an effect.
There it is.
So
Yeah.
who knows how this will end up? It is definitely something to monitor though, and see because I could. One thing I will say is like just keep an eye on the new Codex of Frailties inventory because the new CNC you could a couple weeks after release you could start to see kind of like the inventory really thin out and then it took
Hmm.
a turn up. So I could see that with
Yeah.
the new one. I know I've heard some people say like they like the new art better. I think it's like a little bit more
Hmm.
thematic. So it'll just be
Yep.
interesting.
Yeah, I overall agree with the legendary reprint system, and I hope they turn the knobs and get it right to where it reduces the price a satisfactory amount, but doesn't make the card free 99. Right? No one wants that. Um, okay, we've officially made it to the expansion slot. Nate, hour 22 in. Let's go. First one up is undercover acquisition. Um, Stealth win this it's a assassin attack and it says when this hits a hero steal an item they control. It is a 3 attack 3 block.
Dude, they never want Dash to LL. Like
Dude,
the funny
Mechanoid can't exist in this game either.
no, they don't want Mechanoid to exist. They don't want Dash. They don't like Induction Chamber and Purifier like just never get to exist again.
Yep.
Because they've printed way too much. And this is the one thing I don't like about some of the like hate cards like this is like, man, it just like I feel like there's just like too many hate cards now. Where it's just like this card is just straight silver bullet. Like
Hmm.
and I don't like that that's the way that the expansion slot really starts. It seems to be evolving as like every expansion slot card just seems like it's a hate card. It's just I'm gonna hate something. What am I gonna hate today? I'm gonna I'm
Yeah.
gonna get somebody with this one. Um, Overall, though, I think the card's good. It does the stealth thing. I think it's okay. I see you
Yeah.
because it's probably sideboard in like all the assassins.
Yeah,
Um,
there's a lot of assassins rolling around right
there's a
now.
lot of assassins. People love assassin. Brian Gottlieb still with LSS, as it turns out. So hopefully for a long time to come.
Yeah.
So like this card will fluctuate. It probably can like move up and down in slabs tier. It's kind of like that, like the infiltrate effect, right? Like infiltrate
Mhm.
never played, right up until Slippy got designed. But this
Mhm.
card is gonna be kind of like that. But how relevant is Mech? Um,
Yep.
so interesting card. Good into
Yep,
it's
for
also
sure.
really good into like Kasai.
Yep. Stealing a gold.
Yeah. So
Yeah, for sure. It's got its place, and there's a lot of assassins rolling around. So
yeah.
yeah, for sure, probably okay. I see you. Maybe slaps at times.
Mhm.
All right, next one up here, Nate, is Bam Bam. This one is a brute attack. Cost 3. It is a yellow. Attacks for 6. Blocks for 3. It says when this hits a hero, destroy an item they control. Instant. Discard this. Your club attacks this turn get when this hits a hero, destroy an item they control.
It's just it makes sense for Brute because Brute has always had item hate.
Yeah.
It just doesn't make sense to give it to Assassin. I don't know. Assassin just gets all the things because Brian Gottlieb loves Assassin. This card's adorable. It's just not
Yeah.
good. No, Brute was not like, man, I really wish I could destroy more items. You've only got like
Right.
4 things that destroy
Yeah.
items. What more could you possibly want? It's just,
Yeah.
and also it's like,
You're
oh, this is like a Reinhardt club card, and it's just like Reinhardt to effectively use the club. You need so much more than freaking blowing up one stupid item. It's just,
yeah, for sure.
man, I want to put it in Slay tier. It's actually Slay tier. Put it in Slay tier, Teddy Bear.
All right, we'll knock it down.
I'd love to knock it down.
For Slate's here 4 now.
Yeah.
Surface. Okay, so the next one up is a Guardian Aura. Surface shaking, cost 3. It is a blue. So it has go again. It says when this enters the arena, create 3 seismic surge tokens. At the beginning of your action phase, destroy this. Then you may put up to X cards from your hand on the bottom of your deck, where X is the number of seismic surge tokens you control. Draw cards equal to the number of cards you put on the bottom this way. Holy smokes, that's a paragraph. Yeah, I guess just Volta support. I don't know if I like the idea of just like dumping your hand. Like you play this and then you draw up your hand and you're like, "Ooh, look what I get to do," and then you're like, "Oh wait, never mind.
Oh,
Here we go."
this is actually butt cheeks.
Yeah, and then you just get all reds or something, and you're like, "Oh, I can't play my
So,
cards anymore."
um, it's an Earthlore bounty card, really, is what it is.
Yeah.
Shout out to Johnny Mags, our boy who did the Kasai deck tech with us.
Mm-hmm.
Um, well, as soon as he's done playing around with Kasai, he's gonna like realize that he loves this card. He played Earthlore Bounty, Potion of Luck, Starvo back when
Yep, that's right.
Starvo existed. This card is basically like Potion of Luck that blocks 3 and has go again. So
Yeah,
um, yeah,
it's
it's
it's it's just adorable, right? I mean, it's just like a fun card for Valda and Earthlore Bounty. Like, we'll see how it plays out. If Valda is like super good, this card could move up. But
yeah, yeah,
like, we're talking in the next 3 weeks before Guardian Mastery Pack's even here.
yeah.
It's just going to be like a buck or two, right?
Well, I mean, like that's the thing. Like, if you just like keep your full hand too, like maybe you keep your full hand in your arsenal and you ship 3, and it's like
Oh yeah,
like I've got a spinal in my hand and I have a pummel in my arsenal. I literally just need to draw like a blue and 2 reds, and
yeah.
I can
Still do the thing.
pummel spinal someone and set a red card. Like that's the kind of the oppressive play pattern that could lead to. So like I think it's probably just adorable for now, but it could definitely bump into like, okay, I see you.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, next card up is Preach Modesty. This is a ninja aura. Blocks for 2. It's a red, costs 0. This enters the arena with a balance counter on it. At the beginning of your action phase, destroy this unless you remove a balance counter from it. Hero abilities can't create cards. Tokens are cards.
Oh, sorry. Are you done? I fell asleep because that card's so fucking boring. Put in fucking Slate tier next.
Yeah, it's
Dude,
man,
I
just
just
like
some of these cards I'm like, why? Well, like you these are supposed to help push classes forward. The entire point of the expansion slot is to like give ninja players like something to like play around with. This ain't fucking it. What are you fucking doing with this card? It blocks
uh,
two. It's red. It's like literally all of the worst things you could possibly put on a card. It's a freaking paragraph. It blocks two, and it's
uh,
red.
yeah, I don't know. Like, yeah, this one, yeah, I don't know
Too
about
many
this one. I
words.
don't like it.
F plus. Ship it.
All right, next card, Escalate Bloodshed. This is a warrior instant aura. It says when cost 0 and it's red. Whenever a hero draws a card during an action phase, they lose a life. At the beginning of each hero's action phase, they draw a card. At the beginning of each hero's in phase, if a weapon did not attack this turn, destroy this.
How many cards
Dude,
are they
what
gonna
is
let
going on with
Brody
this
fucking
card?
design? Dude, there's like literally three like paragraphs on this fucking card. It doesn't block. It's actual
Oh, that's right.
garbage.
Yeah.
You're letting your opponent draw a card so they lose
Yeah.
one life. Dude, you know how many people would literally sack more than one life to draw a fucking card? Everyone.
Yes.
But
Yeah, I
you are
agree with you.
spending the entire card to do it. You were the one who's like, I got you, bitch. Like, what are we doing here?
Yeah, I don't.
This is
Yeah,
supposed to be a Kasai card, but like for fuck's sake, this card's actually terrible. Wait, is this a fucking is this a Fangame card? It's an
yeah, I don't
instant?
know.
I don't know. This card's fucking
Yeah,
trash. Get this shit like can you put it below Slay tier?
I cannot.
Damn.
All right, next one. Oh man, I might have to take this one from you. Um, time for me to rant. Deny redemption. This is a Rune Blade action attack. It costs 0. It is a red. It attacks for 3, blocks for 3. It says when this attacks a hero with more health than you, deal 1 arcane damage to them. This damage can't be prevented. Instant. Discard this. Heroes can't gain health this turn. What? Hello? What are we doing, dude? Like what is happening? We got Douse. They like burnt 2 of the best pieces of art that they've made for Runeblade cards with Douse in this card on just like garbage tier. Like, delete these words and put other words on there, please. Like,
Delete
I
the
want
words and put other words on.
like, yo, can we get a hot patch on this one and Douse? Because like, I'll just put these right next to each other in the like never to see play binder. Oh my god, dude.
Dude,
Like, this
at
is like
least
the
you know
one
it's
thing
gonna
that I
be
get excited for, dude. Like, is like, oh, what am I getting for a Runeblade card? And like sometimes, like I can't, like LSS does come through, right? Like Call was sick. Call was amazing. Like that's cool. Like do more of that. This is sad. Like, and Douse did the same thing to me in the Hunted, right? I was just like, what the hell? Just like unplayable card. I don't know, dude. Like, stop making dynasty cards because this is like dynasty card level where it's just like sometime in the near future there will be a Rune Blade in like 2.5 years where this card will just be the juice. All right, cool, man. I'll put that right in the dollar tier.
Dude,
You can get this at Dollar Tree, yo. Go pick them up.
to the Dollar Tree up. The fact that the arcane damage can't be prevented is kind of interesting because that turns on all your arcane
Yes,
damage
yes.
effects. It's still
What
not
are you?
good.
What? I was gonna say, what are you doing though? It's an attack, like with no go again. Like
The issue is that like it doesn't
who's
have they never print go again on any of the Rune Blade shit. But then they like give Rune Blades. They're like, we won't give you go again, but then they give them like better go again. It's
yeah. I mean, I don't know, Nate. I'm confused, right? Because like that's why I keep bringing up Dallas is because like Aurora was here. Like you designed this set. Like Aurora was here. She's gone. This isn't even like, oh, I get it. Aurora would have played this card. No,
what and
Florian
we'll
doesn't
touch
play
on
this
it in
card.
a little
Viscerai
bit.
doesn't.
But it feels like if Count Your Blessings was in them like still alive, it feels like this is like an actual card that's potentially sideboard, right? Like you might sideboard
Dude, why
this.
would you not just play Poison the Well? Like, Poison the Well is exactly the same, but pitches. This does not pitch. You can put Poison the Well in your arsenal. You can't put this in your arsenal because it says discard. This has to be exactly in your
You
hand.
can put it in your arsenal. You can just let an attack with it for 3.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah.
All right, then
Yeah.
I'll let you
Cool,
have
dude.
this one.
All right. This one's bad. All right. God dang, man. I'm just like, I get excited, dude, for like my one spoiler card or my one expansion slot card every set.
Yep.
And it's so, it bums me
Then
out,
you just
dude. It
get
just
kicked
bums
right
me
in the
out.
nads.
Yeah. Just like full on,
Yep.
like direct contact, both of them. Like just, anyways, they got both of them this time.
Yep.
Okay, so the next one up is Burn Bear. It is a wizard action. Man, that spiraled. This costs 3, and this says deals 6 arcane damage to any target. It says instant. Discard this. Destroy target card with Phantasm that is attacking you. Blocks for I said blocks for 3. This doesn't pitch, which is interesting.
It doesn't need to.
Um,
This card's sick.
yeah, this card's very good actually.
This
It
card's insane. Actually, like I'm surprised it blocks.
yeah, I
It
mean,
just feels like a
like
wizard card that
Wizards,
shouldn't block. I don't know. This card's really good.
yeah, Wizards had a tough time with like Phantasm, right? So this just gives them that like sideboard card that they can just slot in, and then like worst case, they're dealing 6 arcane. Like, yeah,
It's
that seems
literally the
good.
biggest arcane damage spell they've printed to date.
Yeah, you're right. That's true. That is a true statement.
It's the
That's
largest arcane damage spell, and it blocks 3, and it has an instant discard. Like this card, I love this card.
yeah. This is like, where are you putting this one? Like, okay, I see you.
Uh,
I mean, Kano's like prepped to be kind of gnarly, right? So that will definitely affect the this card's price in the next month or
this
so.
card might be like a slaps, like because like Acilio Inverted, like Kano's gonna turbo LL. Let's be real. Um,
Yeah, that's true.
so, but like still like I think every wizard is probably going to want to like at least look a little sideways at it because usually attacks with Phantasm are like their hardest matchups, and the fact that that can help there, it blocks 3 and is massive. Like Acilio being able to like pump this 3 times and then like just ship it is like
Yeah, you're right. This is like a game ender if it comes up at the right time, right? Where you're just like, oh, you have
ding
AB3.
dong.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it could be tops of okay, I see you, maybe
Yeah,
slaps.
it's probably like right in like
Somewhere
the
in there.
$6-7 range. I can see it.
Yep.
I can see it now, Teddy.
All right. Next card up, Riddle with Regret. This is a chaos action aura. It says go again at the beginning of each hero's in phase. They lose X life, where X is the number of auras they control when this is triggered. If X is 3 or more, destroy this. It blocks 2.
Dude, I regret that they printed this card.
Yeah.
It's actually not that
What's
bad.
no, I mean it's not, right? I'm trying to think like now that Stack Florian's dead, like this would have been real bad for Stack Florian.
Well, Stack Flooring would
Uh,
just like instantly explode, right? So, but so it's like a
that's
deal
true.
like lose 3 life. Where this card is like really interesting is well, it's unfortunate that's only Slippy, but you give your opponent a blood rot. So they lose a life and now they have blood
Oh.
rot, right? So like you give them 2 blood rots, they lose 2 life, and then they have to deal with 2 blood rots. But the fact that this
Hmm.
sticks around, you just have to make sure you never give your opponent more than 3 tokens. Because frailty is a like aura that they control.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So
Okay.
like giving them
Good
like
call on that.
1 to 2, this card can really rack up like a ton of value
Yeah.
over the course of really long games. I don't think this is a good
Mhm.
card in like the shorter games, but like if you're playing into like Jarl or like as Slippy, it's like slap this in there. This thing might deal 10 damage.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think with you saying that, convincing me that I think this is probably okay. I see you
Yeah.
right. Like I think, yeah, Slippy is a very strong hero right now, and like you said, if you're just like applying the status auras like frailty and all that jazz, yeah, this thing just pings away.
Yeah, it is kind of this like slow ping of like you get three of these out and then you codex a frailty and it's just like, oh, the codex just dealt 3 damage alongside of like effing with them.
Oh yeah, okay, that's very cool then. Yeah, good card. Next card up is Clav Vincerakai. This one is a draconic weapon dagger, one handed. It attacks for one. It says once per turn, cost one attack, and it has spell void one.
Yeah. Um,
Just
they might as well just put Draconic Ninja on it. It's adorable, but like Fang ain't never playing this card. This card sucks in
yeah,
Fang.
it's like sideboard. It's
It's
just a sideboard card
it's very
or
good. I don't even
Syndra.
think Fang plays it in the sideboard.
No, I mean Syndra just plays it when she needs to
Yeah,
block some
it's
arcane,
just like an
right?
auto sideboard, and like it takes her from like having probably like a bad like wizard matchup to like having probably a pretty fair wizard matchup. The fact that you can just like consistently prevent the chip damage um, is
Mm-hmm.
quite strong. So I think it's probably like it really depends on how they print it, right? Like it's not going to be
Yep.
Clave. Calm down. I already know there's probably one person like shaking their screen. I ain't paying $40 for this. Like, calm down. All right, it ain't gonna be $40. Okay, it's
Yeah.
gonna be 35. But uh, so it really just comes on the how often this appears. So it could be anywhere
That's
from like
true.
adorable to slaps.
That's
You've
true.
been
It's probably closer. It might be. It might be okay. I see you
yeah,
because right, they're going to print that a little bit lower,
yeah,
and it's going to be it's going to be in Syndra, and Syndra's a good deck right now. So,
yeah, 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 yeah.
all right, next one here is Everbloom in Life. This is an Earth action, Nate.
Yep,
Earth action, Earth instant melt card.
yep.
The one side says heal one. The left side says choose an action card in your graveyard with cost less than the total life you've gained this turn. Put it back on the bottom of your deck, its owner's deck. Go again. It is a blue block 3 Earth card though. That's the that's the kicker.
Blue block 3 Earth card that also is a meld instant. So like yeah, this card's really good.
Yep, solid. It will be a 3 of in my Florian deck. Doesn't matter if it has text or not,
Yeah,
as long as it blocks 3 and it's Earth.
yeah,
It goes in. Um, you know, uh, Germinate caught a ban for the recursion effect on this card. I guess. I mean, all right. I understand Germinate was a little sus, but yeah, this just replaces Germinate in Florian, and then also it's very good in Verdance. So
yep,
I think this one is definitely like, okay, I see you. Both heroes are going to be quite strong for the foreseeable future.
yes, yeah. I think I would argue it might even go in the slaps tier because I think it's just like that. It's blue, black,
Mm,
auto, and 2 heroes is probably slaps.
yep. Okay. Yeah, I agree with you. It's like 2 heroes, just like 3 each.
Wait,
Yeah.
this is Earth, so wait, Yarrow can play this too, right?
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, no, it's definitely slaps tier. It might, I mean, put an action card. Bottom of your deck. Does
Yep.
I mean heal one's not bad, but I'm trying to think of like what Yarrow might. I mean, Yarrow could target any of the zeros that are like the multi fusion cards and put it right next to his Oaken Olds.
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah, that card seems real good actually.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah, next one up is we got another mouth card here. This one is a lightning wizard action and a lightning instant. It is yellow. It blocks for 3. Shock, deal 1 arcane damage to any target, and then consign to the Cosmos. Banish X instants and or aura cards from any graveyard where X is the amount of arcane damage you've dealt this turn.
Yeah, this card. I mean, it didn't even need another text sign. Like,
Yeah, that other text side's like just blank
yeah, that
because
other
I don't
text sign
think
is like
anything
just
interacts.
actually functionally blank. I guess it technically, like,
CYB, right?
it is CYB hate. It feels like a lot of these cards were like printed as like kind of CYB hate, but then they banned it. So I was like, oh, whoops, maybe we didn't need to print all this CYB hate in the expansion slot.
Maybe, yeah.
I guess it has like some applications like in the mirror. There's just not a whole lot of like graveyard recursion right now either.
Hmm.
So like
Yeah,
it's just not hitting anything really and it's not like it's boosting the arcane damage, but the fact that it's a lightning instant that deals 1, that costs 0, and blocks for 3 is just absolutely insane. It's like everything Acilio wants. So
yeah,
I think it's like pretty instant, like slapping okay, I see you tier.
yeah. Acilio 3 of instantly. Yep. Windmill slam it in for
Yeah.
sure. All right, Nate, we got 2 left here. Herald of Sikkim.
Yeah.
This is a 2-cost red light illusionist attack. Attacks for 7, blocks for 3. It says when this attacks, you may put a yellow card from your hand into your soul. If you do, deal 2 arcane to any target. Phantasm, obviously.
Okay. Let's just take one step back. Let's look at the art on this card.
Yes.
This art goes hard.
Dude, yeah. Actually, you got me looking at it a little bit closer, and yes, this is quite wild.
And then let's look at the amulets again. Designed in
Oh my God.
Microsoft Paint.
All right, all right,
All
all
right, like come on, man.
right.
I want more art like this, man.
Man, we just like swerved like off the road and just like hit the ambulance again in the ditch and then swerved back on. Bro, like stay on target.
This card's really good.
This,
It's a great prison
yeah,
card.
that's
It's
good.
mostly
Yeah,
sideboard. So it's probably okay, I see
yeah,
you.
yeah. Being able to put that yellow card right into your soul instantly and trigger prism and stuff is probably pretty good at times. Yep, solid card goes in the deck.
Yes.
All right, we made it to the last one, Nate. Hour 45 in. Arcane Compliance. This is a generic instant. It is blue. It costs 0. It says until the end of the turn, effects can't increase arcane damage that target action card on the stack would deal. Get wrecked, Wizards.
Yeah. This is Wizard Snag. This is
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Snag, but for Wizards. And Snag, even though for the longest time that card had like 0 play and was free 99, Snag is quite expensive now. I expect this card to be quite expensive. It's a generic in the expansion slot, which means it's probably dropping slightly less than like the main set cards.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just that like it's blue. It's very toolboxy.
Yeah.
So yeah, cards real good, and I can see this like being in banger tier, right? Like if you want,
Yeah, I actually think so too. I was just gonna say we kind of are living in a wizard meta right now.
Yep.
I think Acilio is a contender. I wouldn't say he's like out there like gonna stomp people. Kano will be. Acilio is like that contender that Aurora players have just gone to. Dude, I got fried by one, so I think he's like he can be a real deck. This attacks Volzar, right? Let's be clear. I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure it does. It's an effect. No, maybe not.
I think it's anything like if you're putting it on the stack. I don't know. So here I actually have the
because Volzar attacks Volzar amps action card, right? So
I have the release notes, Ted. Let me one second. Let me
no.
Google that for you.
But I mean, it's like for Kano for sure, right? And like Kano's going to be in the meta moving forward since he didn't catch any bans.
It's not in the notes yet. Damn it.
All right, well, let's pause that for a second. It might attack all the wizards. It probably is going to attack wizards for all of time. Like this is definitely like stop complaining about things here's your tech tool, here's your
Yeah,
snag,
this is
like
yeah
you said.
the this
So
is your if you want to not lose the wizard, like here's your
just
pacifier, you'll be fine.
yeah. If you don't want to take 87, here, take 4. Like
Yeah.
this is what that says. But yeah, I think like on launch next couple weeks, especially with Kano rolling around, we could see this above $15 for a place for each.
Mhm.
And then it will fluctuate in and out as wizards fluctuate in and out of the meta. So
Yes, it'll be very much like Snag and like Poison the
yep,
Well for that regard. Like Poison the Well was like a quarter card until they released
yep,
Brunettes, and Count Your
yep.
Blessings. And I expect it to probably be it'll pop up and down. I think just kind of where we sit right now. You're right. So 100 and what? I guess 100 an hour and 40 some minutes in. We did it. We covered every single Majestic that will be released in high seas. We have pretty much the perfect tier list. I don't see anything wrong with this. Wish
Yep.
there was a lower tier for some of these cards, um, but
Well, like we do annually, Nate, we will revisit at our 2025 review in December.
yeah,
So stick around, sub, hit the like button, hit the bell, so that in December you can listen to us review how wrong we were on these cards. But I think we did a pretty good job.
oh yeah,
We do all right on these. Obviously, we miss some both directions. Sometimes cards aren't as expensive as we thought, and then vice versa. So.
never once,
But it's about the friends you made along the way, Nate.
100%, and definitely not the amulet art. Um,
This is where you say, put your money where your mouth is.
Remember, put your money where your mouth is. Peace.
Peace.